Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. Welcome to my first response video of the year. Well, this is actually my second one. My first video was a roundup of the stupidest things said about veganism in 2022. And unfortunately, my first video of 2023 is another response to some really stupid stuff said about veganism. This time, it was a video made on British TV. I think it's Piers Morgan's show, but he's not on it this time. Anyway, of course he's going to have people working for him who are equally as stupid. And let's just see this horrifically gone wrong debunking of Veganuary.
And of course, the start of January always comes with the fun police telling us all that we should be not drinking and going for some Veganuary scenario.
The fun police, I mean, that's quite a laugh. I mean, if you want to drink as a vegan, you could drink. There's nothing about the definition of veganism which prevents one from ever consuming alcohol. So go right ahead. If that's part of your not being violated by the fun police, drink up. You know, Veganuary has to do with veganism, which is a philosophy, a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. And what does Veganuary or veganism have anything to do with fun or fun police, as you said there? Are you saying like vegans can't have fun? Like somehow the food we eat prevents us from enjoying life and having fun? That's just ridiculous nonsense. It doesn't suck being vegan.
I am not so sure about all
I'm
of
not
that.
sure at all. I mean, we've got landlords, farmers facing the strain, the cost of living crisis biting. Is it really time? Do we just look after our health? Or maybe we should look after the pubs and the butchers instead? Well,
I gotta hand it to him. That's a new line of reasoning. I've never heard this one before. Yeah, the cost of living's rising, life's hard right now. Is it really time to look after our health or care about, say, the destruction of our planet and billions of animals being slaughtered needlessly every year? No. Instead, let's fight for the rights of these victims, known as pub owners and butchers.
joining us now is broadcaster, former Brexit Party MEP Alex Phillips, and the Talk TV commentator Paula Roan Adrienne. Great to have you with us for the pack.
And look what treats we've got you. Now we know how to give everyone a good time when they come on.
I want it.
The smell.
No, I'm for it.
Really?
So, well, what even is it? Perhaps, Alex, you can explain to us what's actually on this plate.
It's saving the world.
It's saving
That's what it is.
On.
And it's saving the world, and it's saving yourself.
First off, to say that the foods that they brought out here that are examples of saving the world or examples of vegan food, I think these are some pretty bizarre choices. I mean, I don't even know what these things are, and I think the commentators are kind of confused too.
From what?
Saving yourself.
From
fat, from cholesterol, from high blood.
So is this your thing?
Absolutely.
None of that is going to save me. I mean, seriously.
Well,
so on the one hand, I do have to agree with Piers Morgan in training there that, yeah, these foods that were brought out for this particular event don't have the vibe of like, yeah, this is so good for your health. You're going to get super healthy, or these foods are going to save the planet. But then again, that's not what veganism is. Again, let's look at the definition. It doesn't say anything about it being a healthy diet that's going to necessarily lower your cholesterol or even necessarily help save the planet in one bit. This whole episode is just completely omitting the idea, the central core tenet of veganism, which is it's about the animals. It's about not exploiting animals.
so these look okay. So these are sausage rolls with presumably no pork. I have no idea what that kind of pasty thing is that's going on.
Okay, I'm going to be bullish. I'm going to be bullish.
Come on, Richard.
I'm going in. You keep talking, folks.
Well,
This is vegan cheese. Look as though blood is rising in my face.
I want it now.
It's plastic.
Have you ever looked up how they make vegan food, though? It is genuinely moulds and fungus and all sorts of weird swill.
Oh, now you tell me. I've just eaten some of it.
I know.
So I know we're only in the first few days of January, but please remind me in about 12 months when I do my review video of the stupidest things said about veganism in 2023 that I cover this lady here, that vegan foods are typically made of funguses and molds. Like, what are you talking about? Do you even know what vegan food is? I mean, plants. Do you ever eat plants like, say, grains or legumes or potatoes, fruits, and vegetables? I don't believe any of those are made out of funguses and molds. I mean, she's just making stuff up. I mean, really, she's just on this crazy fantasy. She might as well talk about how her family's been traveling space and they're from planet Z-Box 7. I mean, it's just make more stuff up.
But it's also about sustainability, though, on a serious note. It's about sustainability. sustainability. It's about us trying to find new ways in which we're going to keep the planet alive and ourselves. Because we're not going to starve to death. Thanks to climate change, etc., we're not going to be seeing masses of refugees coming across the channel because we've got crickets now that we can eat. We've got ants we can eat.
Paula,
Okay, I have no idea who this person is that's arguing the pro-veganuary side, but obviously she doesn't know the first thing about veganuary or veganism. Nowhere in the tenets of veganism or in the beliefs of veganuary is that, yeah, we can start eating insects now. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Comment down below if somehow in 2023 they've changed veganuary over to eat plants and insects. I mean, like, what's going on here? This video of theirs about veganuary, how horrible it is. It's just totally gone wrong on so many levels. Even the person arguing for veganuary is convincing people to eat bugs. So people that don't know any better are going to come away from watching this video thinking that vegan foods are made out of moldy funguses and vegans eat insects. I mean, this video of theirs has gone so wrong, I cannot overstate it.
More sustainable than a wonderful beef herd of Aberdeen Angus, creating delicious meat when they're grass-fed.
It's kind of hard to hear him with the accent and all the people shouting, but I thought he said something about how, as far as sustainability goes, he should eat some grass-fed Angus beef or something like that. And again, another bit of complete misinformation. There's simply not enough landmass on planet Earth to feed everyone with grass-fed beef. We've done calculations on this, pretty simple math to do, and you would need minimum 3 Earths to do so. You can watch my video showing where we got these numbers from.
We started talking about insects and things. So next time I have to say, we will have a plate full of insects for you.
We're going to do it. Alex, you and I, we can do it.
No, please don't do that. Don't do your next veganuary episode in 2024 and eat insects on live TV for everyone to think that, yeah, that's totally cool. Eat bugs for January. That's what vegans do.
I went to one of those restaurants. It's not good.
You're the first in the queue. I actually, I agree with you on some of this. I'm not so keen on the whole vegan thing, but definitely we should be eating less meat.
Considering how horribly wrong this whole entire episode of theirs is going and that these people work for Piers Morgan, I'll take that as a small win that she said that.
And I don't think that's going to.
But the thing is about this vegan trend that people don't understand, and also, you know, what do you think powers those factors? Happiness and joy and goodwill for the environment? Of course it doesn't.
Oh boy. Oh gosh, so much wrong there. I'm sorry. Most vegan food, i.e. plants, are not grown in factories. They're grown in fields. They're crops grown in fields. But if you want to go down this road to see which types of foods are most environmentally friendly or destructive, we can play that game. Let's look at the number one leading cause, the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions worldwide, and it's animal agriculture, more than all of transportation exhaust combined. And the United Nations has ranked which are the most climate-friendly diets as far as greenhouse gas emissions. And number one is vegan. Number 2, vegetarian. But I think she's trying to do this appeal to futility fallacy or the nirvana fallacy, that she thinks veganism means like zero emissions or something like that, zero impact on the environment. No, there's nothing about the definition of veganism that says that vegan food producers have to like reduce their emissions way more compared to like animal agriculture producers or anything like that. No, vegan factories, or if they have such a thing, aren't required to be hooked up to like renewable energy or something like that. I mean, that'd be cool, but it's not necessary.
The thing is about stuff like, it gives you wind, I'm sure.
And when it's yeah, exactly. That'll give me plenty of wind later on.
The thing is about...
Oh God, yeah, vegan food makes you fart. Yeah, okay, if that's what you believe. I'm sure if you eat meat, you fart too. All right, meat eating debunked, right?
These trends... Look, these health fads, the big food industry jumps on them. They did it with low fat. They're doing it with veganism. They try and make you feel like you're going to be healthier. It's going to be better for the world. It's just a way for them to sell more ultra-processed rubbish, make a profit. It doesn't make people healthier. It doesn't move the needle on climate change at all. It's a con.
But once again, so much wrong. Who is this person anyway that's so ill-informed and as dumb as Piers? I mean, first she said vegan food is all moldy funguses. Now she's saying it's like the super processed, unhealthy food that's bad for the environment. She has no idea what she's talking about. She has no idea what vegans eat. Yes, there are some processed vegan foods, and there's a whole bunch of processed non-vegan foods too. So you're going to debunk non-vegan eating for being bad for people's health or bad for the environment. Vegans and non-vegans alike have the personal choice to decide if they want to pursue their eating in a healthy or unhealthy way. Yes, you can be an unhealthy vegan. As I said earlier, there's nothing necessary about being vegan and being healthy. If you want, you could just have kale and Oreos and beer all day as their only foods and drinks, and you'd be considered vegan. But I don't think any health organization anywhere in the world would recommend doing so, because it would suck for your health. And regarding these big corporations pushing all this highly processed vegan food onto the world and not moving the needle as far as health or environment goes, again, you don't have to eat that stuff. Just check out our books, the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbooks. They're whole food, plant-based. You're not going to find all this processed fake meat, fake vegan stuff. Anyway, speaking of which, this being Veganuary and our books, we have our books on a special sale. You can get them for the cheapest ever, $10 off, which is 35% off their $25 price. Just use our discount code HAPPY35 and you get 35% off anything on shop.happyhealthyvegan.org, including the print books, the ebooks, which are already still discounted from last year's Veganuary, and we still have some t-shirts available too. Happy35.
We know that type 2 diabetes is one of the biggest killers now that we're confronting. We're like third in Europe in terms of obesity.
We're going to move on.
Sounds like they either ran out of time there on that day, or they didn't want her to tell the public about the many health benefits of giving up meat and eating whole food plants, such as lower risk of dying of the most common forms of death like diabetes, heart disease, stroke, most common types of cancer. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here because that's where they ended the show. And, I want you guys to comment down below what you thought. Did this go horribly wrong? I mean, they didn't even talk about veganism once. I mean, I never heard anything about, animals being exploited, cruelty to animals, animal rights, nothing of the sort. It's all about, just give up meat for a month because of the fun police, and maybe I'll feel a little bit better, and maybe the environment will be a little bit better. But then the Piers Morgan people had to throw some murkiness into that and say, no, I don't believe that. It's a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, this is a complete fail. I don't know why they even bothered talking about Veganuary for, if they're just going to just give it this complete crap treatment, not talking about what veganism is, like eating bugs, Anyway, complete fail. Leave your questions and comments down below. Hit like and subscribe, and join our channel for the new year. Become one of our happy fams. We have different levels of membership, and you get some of our special treats like members only live streams, which we're due for in a week or so. Anyway, guys, until next time, remember, it doesn't suck being vegan, and we don't eat bugs.